Scenes of devastation hurt my eye.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Transformers Devastation. Huh. Bumblebee. Brr. Bzz. Fucking the lad. This was the first character that I actually picked when I went through this game initially. I think he was the favorite for a lot of people. After messing with him for a bit, I think I actually prefer Sideswipe now more so than anybody else, but I figured I would go over the build with you guys so you can see that there is indeed no fuckery here. Zero fuckery. That's the goal. So, what I did with my shop, pretty simple. I went in beta. I bought all of these. I one shot bought everything. I sold all of my items because I don't fucking need that shit, and I used the money to make some tech. Developing a little bit of tech, I got two things here. I got a reversal power up tech from a 5k investment and a drop rarity up plus 30% for a 5k investment. Both of these are pretty good drops, I would feel, especially the drop rarity one because I'm going to need to be selling a lot of things very frequently. So it's a good idea for me to have things that are actually worth selling, and plus I can turn the rarity into potentially new builds later down the line. For weapons, I generally like to have 3 guns to 1 melee weapon, just because I do way more gun offset than I do weapon swapping. And this is actually a pretty decent melee weapon for this point in the game, the Hyper Cryo Sword. Through Synthesis, I gave it some additional credit drop, some additional knockdown, some overdrive increase in the ability for it to freeze people. Hopefully that gets fucking shown off. I got a shotgun, twin blasters, and a sniper rifle. That's going to be my primary methods of gun offset and getting headshots. Just to showcase the difficulty is still on Commander. Let's go. That's not the game start button, Bash. Fuck. It's terrible. It's the worst. Okay. So, before the end of last episode, I was talking about things that interested me about... hang on. Jesus, that boy is burning. Hold on. Oh, wait. Ooh, wait. Wait for it. Oh, fuck. I need to speed it up a little bit. Ah, God. Ah, fuck's sake. This wind tunnel thing can make things look a little bit... What the fuck was that? Okay, I'm just build up speed over here really quickly. Jesus, fuck. This is messy. That's the word I would use to describe this. Alright. Hit this. And we're off. Urgh. Twin. Just twist into him. I don't know why the hell I have this fascination with cutting things short suddenly. Hope that doesn't persist. Anyway. Alright. Oh, I'm coming in hot, boy. You might not be, but I am. There we go. So, hopefully by now you can sort of see that with all the abilities unlocked, on top of the things that have been there from the start, the game increases in terms of speed substantially. Even on Commander difficulty, my inputs are pretty much at the same speed as they would be on Prime. Which, you know, it's pretty nice. It's a nice thing. But, prior I was talking about things that sort of worried me about what was coming up. And it's not like I'm worried for any reason, it's just things might be a little bit disappointing when they come out, and just like new things in general scare the shit out of me. So we have, hold on, some boy, he just needs to get his fucking life in order. I'm gonna fucking wreck you, mate. Wreck you, mate. Oh, Jesus. Come on. Oh my god. What the fuck? I took damage? What the fuck? That doesn't happen. cannot believe I'm having this much trouble fucking patting my fucking head and rubbing my tummy. It's also worth pointing out that these guys just love dodging all my shit. Okay, now we're starting to hit a little bit. Jesus. Shouldn't really be taking damage at this point. Hit this. Ah, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, it connects. There we go. Okay. Oh, come on, dude. You're my Nagamai. There we go. Hit this. Good shit. I'll take it. It was bad, but I'll take it.
Now, let's deactivate this.
Oh, man. Right. So Stella's gonna get her groove back with actually playing with with not nothing. When I actually have things to work with, I'll get used to it in a bit, I promise. But until then, so two things about Platinum in particular sort of interest me for future endeavors. First up, we have confirmation from, I believe, some people over at Nintendo, as well as just Platinum themselves, that they are already working on potential Switch titles, which I don't know what form those are going to take. I'm sort of worried that, as much as I would love a Bayonetta 3, I'm very scared about it being a Nintendo exclusive again, just because I'm as much as I'm cool with, like, buying consoles when they have games, I really don't want to buy a Switch right now. Okay, I should clarify. I'm not saying that I would never want to own a Switch for any particular reason. It's just a matter of, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna need to buy in the future. So the potentiality of needing, like, a Switch for, like, Bayo 3 or some... Hopefully it's another project entirely. That would be the most preferable thing of everything, would just be, hey, it's not Bayo 3, it's something completely different. That would be, I would think at least, the nicest, kindest, sweetest thing we could get. Just because... You know, I'm not mad at Bayonetta 2, by any means. I love playing Bayo 2. It's fucking great. But at the same time, unless they're interested in, like, really shaking it up, or at least doing new things with the weapons and the accessories, I think you can miss me with that sequel shit, with that trilogy shit. No thank you. What I would give a lot of money for is a version of Bayonetta 1 that actually performs. Which is to say, I am so sick and tired of going back to play all of the two versions of Bayo 1 that I have for the 360 and Wii U. And just the abysmal fucking performance state that game has. Oh, what the fucking? There you go. So sometimes that'll happen. Right? Okay, hit this. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're in there. Hit this. Come on. Alright. Hold on. I just need to fucking body these kids really quick. These fights can be a little bit quick in terms of me dying just because I have no fucking health, really. Oh, come on. Especially when the game thinks to dick me for whatever weird reason. Hold on. Hold on. We're not there. Oh, freeze him. Freeze him. Ooh. Hit him like this so he gets damaged. And then... Okay. So somehow that knocked him out of that. That was not intentional. Okay. We're cooking with gas right now. Fucking slam this boy. No, wait, no, never mind. We're gonna uppercut you. And do nothing with it. For some goddamn reason. There we go. Somehow that's an SS rank. I personally think that was sloppy as fuck. Because it was. I dropped mad shit, but whatever. Whatever you say, game. You give me points for whatever the fuck you want to. No, going back and forth between Bayo 1 and 2, it's like, I love how Bayo 1 is made and designed and how cool a lot of its weapons are. I fucking despise how that game performs. It doesn't matter. I have it on 360. I have it on Wii U. That game performs like absolute shit on both, and it pisses me off so bad. Because it doesn't feel good to play when it slows down like that. It feels very chunky, very mushy, and it's just not fun. It's not fun at all, to be quite honest. But if there were to be, like, I don't know, maybe a PC port at some point where it actually didn't dip like Sonic 06, that would be quite nice, I would say. But, you know, there I go thinking, get the fuck under me, dude. This guy pisses me off. Oh, no. Mm-mm. You get it first. I can't even really do that strat yet. I don't know why the hell I'm doing it. Alright, so he's stunned for a second. Hit him up. I don't think Bumblebee can actually knock either of these guys up, outside of doing that. Okay. 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 This is what we're cooking. We're cooking. We're doing things. I should probably start setting this up for something like this. Okay. And, you know, one of the biggest things that absolutely detracts from my enjoyment of Bayo 1 in comparison to 2. Probably the only thing, honestly, is the performance. Because by all accounts, in my opinion, Bayo 1 is just a far superiorly made game. And I would much rather be playing it, but, you know, the gods of frame rate and timescale clearly don't agree. But at the same time, a lot of that's probably just coming down to me personally having issues performing with that game. Come on. Ooh. Oh, it's not done yet. Oh, what the fuck? Ian, out. Yeah, you know what? Get on the other side of him. We're walking. Goodbye. Jesus. Having to fucking... really having to pay a lot more attention than I think I would here. No, it's an absolute fucking nightmare trying to keep up with, like, the different mood swings that game's performance goes through with, like, different encounters just not performing equivalently. It's very frustrating. With that said, though, if there were to be a Bayonetta 3, now that Hideki Kamiya is loose, following the rather tragic cancellation of Scalebound, because, you know, I am definitely willing to call that what happened with Scalebound a bit of a tragedy. I didn't really make a video on it because really there wasn't much information given about the, like, not enough to where you could draw a serious conclusion from as to what had actually gone down or what the reasons for the cancellation were. The best you could get is perhaps something went wrong with just how long the game was taking, or perhaps they, Kamiya wasn't happy with it for whatever reason. Perhaps the project was a little bit too ambitious, what have you. Whatever the case may be, I don't really think either of those cases are justification enough for the project to get shit-canned. With that said, though, I would have played it. I would have happily played it. I was a very happy camper when they said that Scalebound was coming to to PC instead of just being an Xbone exclusive. Hands down. I was very happy to hear good news for that game. Except for out of nowhere for it to just get canceled. Now, of course, the delay information is ambiguous. Like, it's not some big fucking deal whenever a game gets delayed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just shit that happens in gaming now. That truly is just the nature of the beast. And I get that a lot of people don't like it. Hell, I don't really like having to wait forever for the chance that a game might be good. But with that said, what alternative do you really have? I guess is the point I'm making. With all this talk of how expensive and how much of a time commitment games have become since the start of the 7th generation, going on into the 8th, I am not surprised at all when I hear, projects like, what's it called, Final Fantasy VII Remake, being like, oh yeah, dude, we're still getting our fucking concept into a position where we're happy with it. Or what seems to be going on now with Hellblade, where that game seems to be caught in a bit of a dev cycle nightmare. Although granted, I think in the case of Hellblade, there's a little bit more justification behind the circumstances of Hellblade, just because it's, if you go watch the dev diaries, they always sell it like it's this big AAA indie, fucking project, and it's just those two concepts are held fundamentally dissonant from each other for a reason. Like, that's not just some industry shit. A lot of that deals, obviously, with the concepts of budget and, allocation of resources, the relative talent level of the people that you're working with on average, the relative experience level of who you're dealing with, how much backing you have from third parties, if any, and, just trying to turn out, games that are meant to be quality competitive with those games. It seems like just a bit of a stretch. Speaking of a stretch, I don't know what this one is. Oh, I know what this one is. This one could be a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without fucking getting reamed. Spoiler warning, I get hit by something, probably. Just because of the fucking way this one is designed. Trying to think of what else to say, really. Other than, like, I think it's a little bit simple for me to say, oh yeah, the Scalebound looked a bit rough in its demo footage, but since I'm actually working on a project that deals almost exclusively with the concept of pre-release footage in action games, oh shit, they're over here. There's a lot of factors that really influence the perception of that, not the least of which being, who's playing it, where the demo... Oh, fuck off, dude. That's the annoying part of this mission, is trying not to have Bumblebee lock on to something. Try to get this one lined up well. Okay, take it. Just take the B. Take the B rating. Bumblebee. Bumblebee. You gotta take it. And I'll come back for you. Alright. Alright. So then we're gonna hit this one up. As far as I can tell, the only thing that'll trigger this is either a fire weapon or some type of, sniper rifle. I can't tell which one is the trigger for it, because I've only ever had a burning sniper over here, but... whatever the case may be, it doesn't really matter. But, now that Kamiya is loose, and he's presumably taking a bit of time off from directing or what have you, being involved with games development, I can't really blame him for needing a fucking break after all of the everything that must have gone into Scalebound. The possibility of him potentially returning to something like Bayonetta, I'd call it a bit of a stretch, but I also wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't be mad. I think that, something that you could definitely say about Kamiya is that he's one of the only people who have consistently, you know, done weird or not weird, but just different types of games coming out of Platinum, where there isn't much in the... Wow, that was not supposed to be a still save. Where he's just sort of this guy who just makes the types of games that whatever he's feeling at that point. But at the same time, if Scalebound as a concept is something that Kamiya really wants to push, then he could very easily potentially just redo that concept from the ground up with Platinum staff entirely without Microsoft. I don't know what form that would take, but he could do it. So, yeah. But even then, Homeboy's loose. He could do whatever he wants. They've been talking about a Bayonetta 3 for I don't even know, since midway through 2016, I want to say. So, that's definitely, you know, a concept that they've not necessarily teased so much as just, what the fuck was that? I need to go back and look at that. There's so much shit happening this playthrough that I need to go check that. What the fuck happened there? Oh, fuck, what happened there? I'll tell you what happened there. I was bad. Woohoo! Alright, Devastator, you have my attention now. I can say that quite comfortably. You shitter. Oh, wait. What's this one gonna be? Okay, that one's gonna hit for sure. And that's gonna trigger focus time for whatever weird reason. Alright. You know, credit where it's due. This is going fairly well for me in terms of... how these post-arc fights have gone, at least. Oh, and as soon as I say that, I get clipped by some gay shit. Alright. Just can not fuck around after this point. Okay. This is gonna be a little bit scary. I already technically died once. Fucking hell. This is bad. Honestly, if the rest of that fight didn't go so well, that shit would have been off to the not being shown category. Okay. Come on. And... the problem is, I have, like, no way of, okay. Ooh! 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 Golly! Let's just throw this out there, see if that throws him off his game at all. You know, it's funny, I don't really think about these, you know, post-arc fights probably as much as I should. But then it's also pretty difficult to practice for something where the relative strats that work and are possible are completely dictated by the RNG of your build. You know, that is something that is definitely worth taking into account. With that said, though... yeah, it's just... people are out in the environment right now in a way that I don't really think has been in a little while. I mean, you know, if nobody else, Platinum is definitely about to start coming out with some fresh fire. Just because when you think about it, like really sit down and think about it, we're sort of exiting this phase where Platinum have like 5 or 6 projects going on at once. Like, okay, outside of Grand Blue Fantasy and the phone game, every one of Platinum's major projects are done. Nier Automata's gone gold. That's coming out in 9 days. Scalebound, that shit was canceled. So, you know, the next... like, the phase of them going through, like, hey, we have all these different games coming out. We're getting contracted for all these different licensed projects from all these different big companies, most of them Activision. That's over. So, right now, we have a big, you know, reshuffle where a lot of the company's staff and resources could be going to any number of projects. Any of them could be new IP, they could be sequels of their original IP, a la Bayonetta, maybe another Vanquish, you know, whatever have you. But whatever the case may be, that's so funny. It counted as no deaths, cleared all missions. Fuck this stupid game. You know, really, I'm just trying to think of a way to condense all of this. Really, we could enter another phase where Platinum just announce a bunch of new games, and hopefully they're interesting. Hopefully they're really cool. If I were to make a bet, and somebody could take me on this bet if they liked to, that would be pretty nice. I'm willing to throw down money that the lead designer, the lead Platinum designer for Automata, typically the one who's seen in all the streams and shit, he might become a director. He could potentially get up promoted to a director gig, especially depending on how Automata works out in terms of popularity. Like, hey dog, let's think of it like this. If fucking Iro Shirahama can still get work after TMNT, which I don't know if he'll be able to, but if he did, that would be fucking funny. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. So, yeah, we'll see what comes of that. Alright. But yeah, I would expect him to be at the helm of something very soon, after Automata comes out and is as successful as it could be. Just sort of give him the reins to his own work, because as far as I can tell, everybody who's working on Automata from Platinum is putting their best foot forward. Unequivocally. Very good work there. Can't wait to play it. That sort of wraps up Chapter 1, City of Steel, from Transformers Devastation. Like I said, when we come back, I will be playing a different character, with a different weapon loadout, and different tech. So, I will see you guys then. My name has been Vash TSB. I'll see you guys soon. I'm not playing as Wheeljack next time. It'll probably be fucking Optimus or something like that. But you'll have to tune in and see. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.